Hey everybody, Mark Tominick here, head coach and owner of Tominick Training, owner of MT2 Lifestyle. Today I am going to break down checking blood glucose. This is something that we check here as coaches very often. It's a very important data point and helps us identify different trends and make connections in behaviors and other things that could be maybe deterring progress, right? It's not just an insulin sensitivity marker. It is a marker on how well we're sleeping, how well we're hydrated, and how much we are potentially stressed, right? Because it all ties together. And your coach or coaches will help you kind of navigate that data. It's important that you don't try to interpret it for us. Just write the data in the column, track it, and move on. Don't make it a stressor. Some people like to stress over numerical data, but they don't truly understand what the numerical data means. And well, that's for us to do, right? And we'll help you remain educated. Now, there's two different times when you can check blood glucose. One is fasted in the morning, which is fasted blood glucose, or postprandial, which is like 2.5 to 3 hours after a meal. Okay, so there could be a couple points where we have you check it at, just to be sure, we're getting the data that we need. Okay. I like to use the brand. I think the most accurate brand is Contour Next One, which I could find on Amazon. The one I have today is not Contour, but rather one from the pharmacy. It's really accurate, I found as well. But for everyone, I like to say, hey, go to Amazon. Everyone can reach Amazon. Everyone can get there, and everyone can get products from Amazon. So it's easier, right? So Contour Next One, it comes with test strips, which will come in a little container like this. It comes with your glucometer, and your glucometer may look different. They all don't look the same. Make sure you're checking the brand that your coach wants. And then a Lansing device, and then the little Lansings that go into the device, okay? So first off, let's talk about how to check this appropriately, because I think this is going to help a lot of people. One, this is the Lansing device, okay? And they may look all different shapes and sizes. This top does usually twist off, right? There's a little button on the side. This is what you press when you go to apply and pierce the skin. Which I know some people get a little freaked out about, but it's nothing. It feels like nothing, okay? You have your little bag of pins here. Okay, now, they usually come covered with a little tab on them, which you will tear off. However, you need to take the top off of this, insert it into the top there, okay? And then push it down. Make sure it's pushed all the way down into a locked position. And then you will tear the little tab off. And if you could see that, that's a little needle there, right? So just be careful. And then you're going to put your little top of the Lansing device back on. And you'll see there's little numbers at the top. It goes, for mine, it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Turning this, okay? Turning this at the top. If I turn it to like 2, okay, that's a really shallow depth setting. If we use it at that lower depth setting, that really shallow depth setting, you may not get the blood that you need, okay? So I like to for me, I have to go all the way to 10. I have to go to the deepest setting, okay? And now it's in a locked and loaded position. So when I click this button, it pops and pokes the needle right through the top into your skin, which it will be. Now, I can just simply push this back down into a locked and loaded position, put this back on. I make sure my depth is set at the top to 10, the deepest setting, so I get enough blood and I can extract it, and it can be a valid sample in the glucometer. Okay, now that we have that done, right? Test strip, I pull it out of my little test strip container here. It's gonna look like this. This end that has a little notch out of it is going to go into that little hole in the machine there. Make sure I put it right side up. And my machine lights up. Cool. It is ready for testing. Right? Now, some testing rules. If it comes to fasted, okay, we need to make sure, one, our hands are clean. Same with postprandial. Hands have to be clean. Wash them. Make sure they're fully dry. Okay? Nothing. We don't want oils on it. We don't want food on it. We don't want anything corrupting our sample. Okay? That's really important. Now, if you're checking fasted glucose, do not wake up immediately and check it. There is a cortisol waking response. So you may get a skewed reading. So what I have people do is wake up. I want you to drink 20 to 25 ounces of water, okay? So you can be hydrated, because dehydration could also skew the results. Now, With that being said, you will drink your 20 to 25 ounces of water. You will then wait 25 minutes, okay? You do not want to check right away. Allow that water to rehydrate the system. Allow that cortisol waking response to come down. Do not eat or drink anything during this time. Maybe get your morning supplements ready. Maybe start cooking your breakfast. Do some very trivial items and tasks. Don't exert yourself. Do not do cardio, then go check it. Again, your body's going to dump glucose into the bloodstream so that you can be active and ready. So do not do that. Do nothing except for some very trivial items. And then get ready to check it, okay? Again, my hands are washed. They are completely dry. The loaded Lansing device is ready. I am going to push into my skin, not just lightly, gently, and put it on top. I am going to push in, and then I'm going to click the button, right? And it'll click, and it will pierce. I will then just lightly squeeze to get the blood that I want. If I do not get enough of a blood sample, you will then take this back off. You will click it back down. You will then apply again. Sometimes people's skin is a little bit too tough, so I also like to do the side of the finger there, okay? Sometimes I will check twice in a row to get the most accurate number. Sometimes the first number seems to be a little bit higher than the second number, so I take the second number. I take the lowest of the two. Usually gives me the best accuracy, okay? And once I have that blood right up on the finger there, I'm just going to lightly take my test strip and dip it into the blood, and then it's going to give me a reading, okay? You will then just write that down on your check-in form. That's it, nothing more. It is just a number. One single point and data point in time does not mean anything to you. For us, it's going to be tracking trends over time. Okay, so do not put a lot of thought into it. However, if your blood glucose is high chronically, we will give you directions on what to do. There's many things that could be impacting blood glucose, so please understand that. There's a lot of things such as sleep, such as stress, such as overtraining, too much cardio, too much stimulants, too much caffeine. Literally, the list is endless. Even your menstrual cycle, it may elevate blood glucose for a short amount of time. So there's a lot of things, guys, that we're going to be checking with this number. This number is very valuable to us as coaches. So please follow these directions. Yeah, we'll interpret the data for you, and we'll teach you what it means. I hope this helps. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos and information like this.